Hey guys, it's me Livy. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to be giving you guys a story time of my first fight. I've only been in a fight one time in my entire life, and it was this time. Also, I know this is going to be a shocker to some people because I don't look like a person that would fight, but it only happened one time, guys, and I promise it was for like the wrong reason. It was like really stupid. This was last year. But anyways, while I do this story time, I'm going to be eating hot fries as my like little mukbang because I want to like order food so bad, but I'm broke. So we're just going to have some like hot chips while I explain this story time. And then of course, I got to have my water. But we're going to get into the story time for like privacy sakes. I'm going to be using code names cuz yeah, just going to. But without further ado, let's get in the story. So, this took place last year. I was very stupid. I don't really know what I was thinking. I just wanted to seem cool. So basically, there was this new girl. Let's call her Bella, because her actual name starts with a B. I'm just not going to say it. She was new. She came at like the end of the school year. We all just kind of thought like, oh, it's a new girl, whatever. And I remember she became like friends with my friends like right away. Everybody loved her. Like, don't you guys hate those new kids that automatically just become popular and you're like, where did you come from? Oh, she was new. And everybody started becoming friends with her. My friends were always like talking to her in school whenever I was with them. So like I would talk to her a little bit. And I thought we were cool and everything. There was this one time, I remember I was like getting stuff from my locker and I was going to class. Bella was acting weird. And I was like in my head, I'm like, something's not right. Sorry, guys, my lamp just moved. But I was like, something's not right. Why is she acting like this? A few days later, I talked to one of my friends that was friends with her privately. And I was like, is she like... Okay, I feel so bad for saying this. Guys, please forgive me. I was just like truly confused. I honestly like didn't know. But I was like, is she like autistic or something? And then they're like, no, I don't think so. But she does kind of act like she is. And I'm like, okay. I was like, okay, I'll just have to be, like, mindful around her or whatever. So, I was like, okay, cool. Like, it's whatever. She started getting, like, even more weird. And then I started, like, hearing that she was, like, being rude to my friends when I wasn't there. Say these weird things to them. So, I was like, why is she talking about you guys? She just moved here. She doesn't even know us. I don't know why she's talking about us. I guess one of my friends told her that I said that she was, like, acting weird or something. One day during passing period, she came up to me and she was like, oh, like, did you say I was weird? And I was like, well, yeah, you were acting weird towards my friends, and I don't really appreciate that. I don't know. I kind of forgot what happened after that, but we kind of stopped talking. There was this one day I left early because I was going to go see my family. All my friends were on the bus. They told me that they were, like, sitting by her and stuff. I was like, oh, okay. And then all of a sudden, like, I guess Bella was on, like, one of my friends' phones or something. One of my friends was snapping me. And then she, like, took their phone or something. And then she, like, took the snap. And then in the caption, she put, so you want to fight on Monday? I'll put it, like, right here up on the screen. I have the screenshot. Oh, another thing I forgot to tell you guys is that I don't have the video of us fighting because I remember I told, like, all my friends to delete it when everybody was posting it everywhere because I was really embarrassed. I didn't want people to see that. I hated that it was getting passed around and stuff, so I literally asked, like, everybody to delete it. So I've tried asking my friends, and none of them have the fight video. That's the only evidence that I have that we fought. Guys, like, this is real. I did not make that. And it's obviously, like, on a bus, like, you can tell by the background. But that was, like, last year. I'd say this was, like, exactly a year ago, because I remember it was, like, April 2024. It was, like, the beginning of April. She put, like, so you want to fight on Monday? And I was like, what? I was like, why? And then she's like, oh, because you were talking stuff. And I'm like, what? No, I wasn't. I was just saying that you were being weird about my friends, and I don't appreciate that. So, she was like, yeah, you're basically calling me weird. So I was like, okay, whatever. Yeah, sure, it's up to you. In my head, I was so scared, you guys. I was like, guys, this is my first fight. I don't know how to really fight. I just, like, I don't want to seem scared because in my school, a lot of people fight. I've seen, like, some people chicken out and stuff, and I didn't want to be that person. So I was like, you know what, I'm not trying to be scared. I'm going to see how this goes. I'm going to see if we really fight. We were just kind of beefing, I guess. And I guess people started to, like, hear about it. Because they were asking me, like, oh, what happened with you and Bella? And I was like, I don't know, like, and I kind of just would, like, explain it to them. And they'd be like, oh, so are you guys going to fight? Literally everybody in my school is ghetto. Like, all they want to see is a fight. They don't even, like, care about, like, whose side it is. It's kind of stupid. On Monday, you guys were wondering where we fought on the bus, obviously, because we were on the same bus. I didn't know, like, where she lived or anything. I just knew she was on my bus. And she must have been, like, a stop, like, before me or something, because I never saw her get on or off the bus, ever. When I got on the bus that Monday, I was so scared. Sorry. I just choked on a hot fry. I was shaking in my boots. I didn't know what to do. I knew that something was probably going to happen when I got on the bus. She was side-eyeing me the entire time, so this is me, and, like, this is where I was sitting, and then this is, like, where she was sitting. We were sitting across from each other, like, across the aisles. Sorry, I have, like, dust in my throat, like, hot fry dust. I was, like, giving her looks back. I was, like, and then she was, like, what? And I'm, like, what are you looking at? Like, why are you looking at me? I forgot what she said, but she said something to me, and I was, like, that's why you look greasy, and you got, like, childish Crocs. Because she had, like, these, like, rainbow Crocs, and it was, like, really ugly. But I remember I was, like, she was wearing shorts and, like, a t-shirt, and her whole body looked so oily. So I was, like, why are you looking at me when you literally look like this? Like, girl, get back in your place. I kind of just, like, brushed it off. And I was still kind of, like, thinking to myself, are we going to fight or not? And, we got to school. The whole day, people kept coming up to me and asking me, like, if I was going to fight her. I had a bunch of my friends coming up to me and saying, oh, Bella wants to fight you. She said she wants to fight you. She said she's going to kick your butt. All this stuff. So I was like, okay, whatever. But inside my head, you guys, I was actually so mad. There was this one point I wanted to cry. And I was, like, about to go into the school bathroom and just start crying. Because I was just so annoyed that people kept coming up to me. Because I didn't want people to think, like, bad stuff about me and think that I was scared and stuff. So I had to, like, kind of fight her. So I couldn't back down stuff. And then I remember I, like, told my parents about it. And they told me, like, not to worry. And, like, not to let her put her hands on me and stuff. They were just kind of, like, telling me stuff. And then I remember, like, later that day when it was time for us to go home, she was on the bus, and then we were kind of just arguing. I remember, like, we had a heated argument, like, when we were on the bus going home. And then I remember, like, people started whipping out their phones and stuff, getting ready to record because they thought we were going to fight, but we didn't. We just had, like, a really heated argument. And I, like, remember thinking, like, maybe this fight isn't going to happen. Maybe I'm okay. Maybe I'm safe. Something like that. But deep down, I had a feeling that we were going to fight. But we just had a heated argument. People were taking her side. I only had, like, a few, like, people taking my side, but the next day, same thing pretty much happened in the morning. Then, later when I got on the bus, she was like, oh, like, are we gonna run this thing or what? I was like, okay, whatever. So then people started pulling out their phones. And this time it was the next day. I don't know if I already said that. She was like, what, are you scared? Are you scared? I was like, I'm not going to fight until you touch me first. She was trying to get me, like, mad or something to where, like, I would, like, pull out the first punch or something. But she kept, like, tapping me and trying to, like, irritate me. But I was kind of just, like, sitting there, like, giving her looks, like, okay, like, you're not bothering me. So then she got up out of her seat and then she started to, like, I think she, like, started punching me or something or kicking me. I forgot. Like, the whole thing is a blur because I was so scared. I was genuinely scared. And also, I was worried that I was going to get suspended because at my school, you can get suspended if you get in a fight. So I was scared that I was going to get in trouble. I think she was, like, pulling me and, like, kicking me. Something like that. So then I got out of my seat and I started pulling her hair. Because I remember she had braids. I don't even know who it is because it was a blur. But somebody, like, pulled me back and, like, tried to save me. I think it was one of my friends. But, then we kind of just stopped fighting. Like, the fight lasted like 10 seconds, if I have to be honest. It was barely anything. I don't get why, like, everybody in my school made such a big deal out of it, just because it's a fight, like a small fight. Everybody was, like, screaming and stuff, so it was in the middle of, like, a bus stop. So then my bus driver, he has, like, this intercom thing in the bus, and then he was like, hey, like, sit down and stuff like that, and, like, stop. I sat down, and I was like, I was about to start crying. Like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, did I really just get in a fight right now? So, I was in shock. And then, like, everything else was fine. But then when I got home, I went home, like, crying to my parents. Like, Mom, Dad, I got in a fight. She put her hands on me. So then my parents wanted to call the school and, like, tell them what happened. But I was like, no, like, please. People are going to find out. They're going to call me scared. I'm going to get in trouble. They're like, no, like, this is serious. We need to tell the school. But my parents didn't end up telling the school just because I, like, begged them not to. But then the next day when I went to school after the fight, I was scared because I knew everybody was looking at me. And I was really embarrassed. It was, like, fresh nudes. And the video was being passed around Snapchat. And then there's this girl who I had beef with, like, early on in the school year last year. But let's call her Jasmine, because that's her sister's name. She was friends with Bella. If you have Snapchat, do you guys know that thing where it's, like, add to story if, like, somebody gets tagged or something? No, nobody got tagged, but I remember she, like, screenshotted it or something, and it was, like, a really bad picture because we were mid-fighting, and, like, my face looked so bad. But she said something like, oh, like, Bella, like, beat her butt. She barely did anything. She looks like she's drowning and swimming. And she was just saying, like, all this stuff about me. So then I got mad. One of my friends was, like, defending me. And then I remember just being so mad at her. And then I remember, like, a week later, I got lollipopped. Like, this is an old trend. Like, it used to be, like, popular a year ago. But basically, people, like, put bad pictures of you. And then, like, if somebody had beef with you, they'll probably make it. But they basically just, like, spread rumors about you. And it was, like, on TikTok. They would just post a photo of you and then say, like, oh, she does this. She's weird. She does this stuff. So basically, I got lollipopped, like, a week later. And I found out that it was Jasmine and Bella, apparently. So I was like, what? Like, Jasmine wasn't even involved. I don't know why she was harassing me, but I remember I was, like, really mad about it. And I remember, like, crying and stuff because my friends were, like, showing me the video. And I remember, like, I was like, stop, like, please don't show me. But I just remember, like, they pulled up, like, a really bad photo of me from, like, when I was in 5th grade. And I was, like, so upset about it. Because I was like, bro, like, I don't even do this stuff. I kind of forgot what they said about me. I just know they, like, said, like, a bunch of stuff about me. And they called me bald and stuff, even though I'm, like, not even bald anymore, guys. Like, leave me alone. I did not get in trouble, guys. Bus driver, he decided not to tell the school on us. And instead, he gave us assigned seats, which I didn't really care about. But I didn't get in trouble, guys. She didn't get in trouble either, even though she was the one that literally laid hands on me. So, actually, funny story, she actually moved, like, 15 minutes away from where I live. So now she, like, goes to a complete different school district, and I still, like, see people posting about her and stuff, and I remember she was friends with, like, all the, like, older kids. Everybody says that they, like, miss her and stuff, but to this day, people still come up to me, and they're like, oh, I remember when you fought Bella. And I'm like, yeah, what about it? Like, okay, I lost, I get it. But yeah, guys, I did not win the fight, and I'm sorry, this was, like, a really basic story time. But I still hope you guys enjoyed. I'm really sorry if some of you guys were disappointed I didn't have the video. But, yeah, I don't know. I just, like, back then, I did not want people to see it, and I was really embarrassed. Because I lost, obviously. I honestly thought that I won. I was trying to, like, manipulate myself into thinking I won, but I really didn't. But, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. And, yeah, I will be making a Six Flags vlog hopefully tomorrow. I'm going to Six Flags. I'm so excited. But I love you guys so much. Bye. Mwah.